Hello, Pampered Chef directors. Claudia Bazar, one of your national executive directors, is in the house for hashtag NED Takeover. I love watching all the NEDs coming on here and sharing their tips and everything that is working for them. So we are going to talk about a few things. So first and foremost, happy 40th anniversary, Pampered Chef. I think everybody should get one of these hats. You can just get them on Amazon. I love wearing them on my Zoom for my team. So how are you guys celebrating? Hello, Karen. How are you guys celebrating Pampered Chef's 40th anniversary with you and your team, right? Drop some ideas below. And then let me know where you guys are watching from so I can say good morning. Yeah, it's still morning, right? But I'm here to take over for a few minutes and talk to you guys about goal setting and really creating that big vision for you and your team, and even talking a little bit about the habits that we have and maybe some of the habits that we would like to have, okay? So who wants to talk about goal setting and creating a big vision for your team? Good morning, Nicole. Hello. Okay, so oh, yay, people joining. I know, I didn't prepare for this one, right? I didn't post any reminders, but I figured people would just pop on because a lot of us work from home. Hello, Miriam. Good morning. So NED Takeovers, I hope you guys are enjoying what Pampered Chef has put together for you guys to hear from all kinds of NEDs. And I love to hear from our fellow NEDs because everybody's so brilliant, and I love to hear their ideas and their sharing as well. So let's talk about goal setting. Let's talk about creating habits, and let's talk about I need a kick in the butt. Okay, that's my team. If one of my team members is watching, I love to kick people in the butt. It's like my favorite thing to do. So you're in the right place. Anybody else? I'll give out some freebies today. Okay, so let's get going. Goal setting, big vision. Tell us where you guys are watching from. So first and foremost, I want you guys to a lot of times we set these goals, right? And we're like, yeah, I'm gonna lose 50 pounds. I'm gonna be a national executive director tomorrow, right? We set these crazy goals, but we just say it. We don't do anything about it. We just set those goals, and maybe we shared with a person, and then we're like, yeah, I'm gonna eat the cookie, and yeah, I'm not gonna send what I'm supposed to do, right? And we get derailed. Anybody? Has anybody done that? Anybody set a goal and got derailed? Everybody has done it, okay? I've done it myself. We've all done it, and we learn our lessons. So I want you to imagine getting in your car today, right? Getting in your car and just driving, but you don't really know where you're going. You're like, wait, was I supposed to go to the gym? Was I supposed to go to the grocery store? Was this supposed to be a road trip? Where am I going? Where's my GPS? Right? If you get into your car and you have no idea where you're going, you're not gonna go anywhere. You're just gonna go in circles, maybe up the street, maybe you'll get lost along the way, maybe you have to ask for help on the right along the road. That is what it's like when you show up into this business and you don't have that clear goal. When you don't know where you're going, you're not going anywhere, okay? If you're like, well, let me see what happens, and if this happens, then maybe I'll do it. Doesn't work, right? It's kind of like, let me see where this car is gonna go today, right? Could end up in a good place, could end up in a bad place. So do you know your goal? And what I mean by that is not what you think you should be doing, not what you think that people tell you that should be your next step. Do you truly know what your goal is in life and what your goal is with this Pampered Chef business, okay? You guys have heard it over and over again. This business can be life-changing if you want it to be life-changing, okay? None of us were born successful, right? Success just didn't just show up at our door, right? We all had to go through success and fight things and fears and struggles and everything along the way. So if you are crystal clear about where you're going and you know what your goal is, whether it's tomorrow, 3 months from now, a year from now, I want you to share it below. I would love to see it. Okay, Misty says it sounds familiar. Yeah, I'm sure, because your leaders have probably told you the same thing. It's just a different voice, right? So do you know what you really want? Have you ever thought about what you really want, or what you think you should want, or what society tells you that you should want, or should have, or should set goals for? Have you really sitting down and looked at your family and looked at your life and looked at your business and looked at your team and said, you know what? I would really love to make $1,000 consistently. I would really love to be all the way. I mean, why stop at executive or any title? Why stop? Why not go all the way? If you can, whether you have 3 directors, 6, 100, or 150, it doesn't matter, okay? It actually does get easier, right? It sounds wrong, but it does. The more people you have on your team, the more directors you have, the easier it actually gets, because the more you've been through those promoting directors, growing a team and everything, and the better your systems get, okay? So bigger team doesn't necessarily equal more time, okay? So what is it that you truly, truly want? And sometimes we just need to pause, because a lot of times we just show up and we do what we got to do. We send our Facebook messages, we set up our parties, we edit our template, we play in Canva, we attend a training, and we just go through those daily things, right? And we don't take time to just stop. It's kind of like right now, Pampered Chef announced a $40 kit, and everybody's like, I gotta go tell everybody, like today. I gotta post about it everywhere and share it with everyone. You can do that, but maybe you should just need to pause and look at, what is my goal this month? Knowing that there's an incentive like that, what is my goal? Is my goal to beat last year? Is my goal to beat my best recruiting? And then think about what are the steps that I need to implement to get there, right? Just blasting it everywhere is not going to help anyone, okay? So are you sitting down and saying, wow, it's our 40th anniversary month. This is a true gift. This is a great month to really hustle hard, to really work my business strategically so I can reap the benefits November, December, January, and all of 2021 and for the rest of your life, okay? Are you sitting down and thinking about what you really, really want? So know your goals, crystal clear. It doesn't matter, anybody's heard me talk, you know this, it doesn't matter what happens along the way. If you know your goals and you want it and you know why you're doing what you're doing, nothing is going to stop you, okay? No roadblock, no derailment, no COVID, no whatever, nothing is going to stop you. It might take you a little longer because something happened and life happened and things happened, but it doesn't derail you from achieving that goal. Maybe you don't achieve it in 90 days. Now maybe it's 6 months. Maybe it's a year. Maybe it's 3 years, right? How many of us, I feel like I was slow now compared to people promoting in 11 months to national, right? But as long as you know where you're going and you eventually get there, you don't stop doing the things that get you there every single day, okay? Daily distractions, we all have them. But remember, if you're saying yes to something, at the same time you're saying no to something else. So if you're saying yes to going to lunch with your friends because you have all the time in the world, right? You might be saying no to making your outreaches and talking to your recruit leads or your directors, right? You say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. The other thing I want you to do is I want you to believe that you can be successful, okay? I know this sounds cliche, but I want you to truly believe that you can be successful, okay? I just saw it on Facebook. I think it was 6 years ago. I promoted to advanced director, promoted my first director, right? I was like, yeah, it's fun, right? I was nowhere the person that I am now. Yes, I'm still Claudia Bazar, yes, but I was nowhere born with confidence, and I'm still not the most confident person. I'm actually a big introvert, okay? I get really red and blotchy if I have to talk in front of people, right? So believe that you too can be successful. You are not the person you want to be yet. You develop into each leadership. Every leadership step that you take, director, advanced director, senior director, and so on, you change a little bit because you're getting out of your comfort zone. You have to do things you've never done before, right? Oh, I love the hearts. Thank you so much, right? So you're growing into the leader that you need to be every step of the way. You're not just going to show up the way you are today and be a national executive director and be tomorrow. And I'm not saying you have to change your personality. You don't have to change who you are, but you're going to grow into it, right? It reminds me of the first time I was asked to speak on a conference call. This wasn't even like Zoom, right? And I was like dying. I was sweating. I was blotchy. I was like, here's my script. I'm not going to derail from it. I was a nervous wreck, right? but then you get asked on a Zoom, and then you get asked to speak in front of 10 people, and maybe 20, and then 100, and then maybe conference, and you just grow into your role because you're allowing yourself to be stretched, right? So success is not going to choose you. You have to choose it. You have to say, I am going to be that person that is successful at this business. I'm going to make mistakes along the way, but I'm not going to let them defeat me. I am going to learn from my mistakes. Okay? So it reminds me of that first cooking show. Well, maybe not my first, but one of my first cooking shows that I did, back in the days when we were doing cooking shows. And nobody showed up. And I was like, oh, this sucks. This doesn't work. Pampered Chef doesn't work. Who the heck told me to do Pampered Chef, right? But instead, what I did is I went home and I said, did I really do everything I could have done to make sure people were at the party? No, of course not, right? I didn't do all the host coaching. I didn't do all the things that my leader told me to do. So instead of looking at it as I was defeated, I looked at what can I do better next time? And that's what I want you guys to think. We all have parties that don't qualify. We all have people, maybe we've had some rude customers, okay? Had a rude customer over the last couple months? Raise your hand, right? We all have those. We have hosts that don't do what we ask them to do. We have hosts that ghost us. We have consultants that don't do what we ask them to do. We have directors that come and go, right? That is the cycle of this business. People come and people go. And that's why you have the bucket, right? Third come in, third stay, and third jump out, right? So know your goals. Know your why. What is your why? I want you to comment below. If you truly know why you're doing what you're doing, you're going to do the things every single day that maybe you don't want to do. All right? There's lots of things that I want to do. Okay? So do you truly know your why? And not just like, oh yeah, I want to pay off some debt. Like farther. What happens when you pay off the debt? Then where does the money go? Oh, then maybe I need to pay for my kids' college fund. Okay, so then your kids' college fund is paid off. Then what do, right? Dream bigger. Bigger, okay? More than, oh yeah, I'm just gonna make a couple $100. Bigger, okay? Pampered Chef is, it's like a new business right now, right? It's like a stepping stone, and you're seeing them all, right? Aren't you seeing? We just had we had this whole year, right? As crazy it's been. Most director promotions, most advanced, most senior, most executive. We now have 40 national executive directors, right? Of course, there's somebody calling me. We now have 40 national executive directors, and we had like half of that 12 months ago. So yes, you can be that person too. You just have to believe it, and you have to put in the work, and you have to be okay with failure along the way. And not failure where you might want to quit, but failure where you're like, oh, well, that didn't work out, or that person didn't do what they were supposed to be doing, right? Stop blaming other people and get new people, okay? If they don't want to do it, then go find new people, right? Love it, Laura. Leave the 8 to 5. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So let's say you have your goal, and I would love to see it. Hashtag retirement for Tim. I love that. That was my goal, right? To retire my husband, and now he's living the life, okay? So here's something. I'm going to give you a little bonus tip, I hope. I might be going over time, so hopefully that's okay. If you've ever heard of this, I don't know. I don't think Pampered Chef has ever trained on it. It's called a habit tracker, okay? And it's like a little circle, and if you want to change your life, change something you do every single day. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. You cannot change your life until you change something you do every single day. Change your attitude, change your mindset, change getting up early, whatever it is for you, okay? So you can Google these, you can print them out, and you can write down the things, the habits that you want to create. Okay, many of you guys have probably read it, The Miracle Morning, but for network marketers, it's something we're doing with our team right now. And that book changed me, I think it was 6 years ago, okay? I was not an early morning person, not at all. So now I'm on, I think the 4th time on this book, but that book changed me. Ever since I read that book, I get up early, I have a routine, I do what I need to do before my kids get up, and that sets your pace for the day, all right? And I've heard it all. I'm not a morning person. I get it. I wasn't one of those either. I had to put my alarm clock on the other side of the room. I had to force myself every single day. And now I just get up early, right? Anybody that knows me knows I get up early. So can you print out one of these? I would love to if you're really interested in changing your habits, print it out and drop a screenshot below so we can cheer each other on. And then you just, write down what you want to do every single day. What are the habits that you want to change? And you get to little color them in. Maybe you get to color them in with your kids, right? As you have fun. And then you have 30 days. It takes 21 days to create a habit, or actually, I think it takes 30 days, because that 21 day mark is like, oh, I think I'm good. I can go, sleep in tomorrow. And then you're completely derailed, right? So just something additional fun for you guys to do. So you just Google it. Cindy, I just Google it. You just search Circle Habit Tracker, and it literally pops up a gazillion images and PDFs and whatever. So you can just do that, okay? So, and it's something fun. You guys are all directors, so maybe, again, you're a director, so you just want to have your team piggyback off you. So you doing something, get them to do it with you. Maybe some, not all will do it, right? But do it with them. So once you know your goal, once you know your why, once you believe that you two can be successful, no matter your circumstances, okay? I wasn't even born in this country, right? And I'm successful. I feel like I consider myself successful, right? English isn't even my first language, and I can be successful. I didn't have family and friends to help me get started, and I became successful, okay? I moved my business 3 times, and I had to start over and over, and I became successful. I lost directors, just like all of you guys, right? So don't let your circumstances define you. I say that over and over and over. It's one of my favorite things to say. So once you know all the things that you want, once you know where that car is going, that bus that you're driving, the train, the plane, whatever your team is, right? Once you know where you're going, how are you going to create that vision and cast it to your team? How are you going to get that vision out there that it's fun, it's exciting, it's energetic, and everybody wants to be a part of it? Now, let me be clear, not everybody's going to want to be a part of it, right? Some people are not going to get on that plane or the bus or the train or whatever, right? Pineapples, whatever your team is. Some people are just not going to do it. And that's okay, okay? 100% of your team is never going to participate in all of your activities. But how are you going to cast that vision? Of course, you guys know the vision boards, right? Show us your vision boards below. Maybe you can inspire each other. But don't just put it out there once and say, guys, we're going for executive. Guys, this is what we're doing. And then nobody responds, and you're like, let me go tuck that vision board away. I guess that didn't work, right? No, you keep showing that vision board every week on your meetings, every week on your Facebook Lives. Maybe there's a weekly post that goes automatically up to talk about the vision board. It's not about the people necessarily that are already on your team. Most likely, a lot of those spots on your vision board are going to be claimed by people that you don't even know have joined your team, or you won't even know until they join your team, right? It's that when new people come in, they see the big vision. They don't know any different. They don't know that nobody else is responding, right? So are you sharing that vision consistently, not just when you feel like it? So I want you to really think about it, right? Those of you that have shared your vision consistently all year long, did it work? Right? And of course, you have to bring in the people and stuff, but is your team jumping on it? Did that change your team culture? Right? And maybe you're like, I did put something out there beginning of January, because what do we all do, right? Oh my gosh, I love the hard steak so much. At the beginning of January, we all want to lose like a gazillion pounds and, promote to national, but then we're like, no, right? And we stop along the way. So did you stop? Why did you stop? What is derailing you that you need to do it every single day? Okay? Being very vocal. Yes, I love it. Can I ask you about your huge screen behind you? Yes, my husband is a gaming streamer, so he set me up with a TV and lights, and these are my beautiful executive and national directors. So yeah, I love it. Since we don't really do home meetings anymore, it's like, let me set up my background. Thank my husband for that one. So anyways, create that big vision and cast it out there. Have a fun rally with your team. I love rallies. I love getting people on a Zoom and having dance parties and songs and being silly, because you know what? It's a sad world these days, okay? You and your team have the opportunity to bring people together and to help each other out. And the title is not for you. The title is for you to help as many more people as you can have what you have, to pay forward what someone helped you do, right? That is our job, is to pay forward what someone shared with us. Right now, this kit, it's our obligation to pay it forward with as many people as we can, because there's more people, especially now, needing us more than ever, okay? So that's all I got. I probably went over time. I hope this was helpful. Tell me below how you feel. I love to, it's my favorite thing is to pump people up. So pump it up, shake off all the negativity. It's Friday. It's time to get to work, ladies and gentlemen. Reach your goals for October and beyond. And just know that home office and all your national executive directors and all executive directors, we're so excited when we see new exec and senior exec and national promotions, because that means more people are reaching for their goals and dreams. The company's successful, people are successful, and the more amazing brains can work together. So love and appreciate y'all. Bye, happy Friday.